to take you through the poll of poll data, and then we'll ask Yashwant and Sanjay Kumar and our other guests about the differences that they see in the polling data that they've picked up from the polling data that India Today and Access My India have put out, and we'll try and understand what can change, because people want to know, okay, we've seen your data, what can potentially change. So let's get started. I'll show you the poll of polls. This has our data, this has the polling data that's been put together by Yashwant, and also we'll have the vote share analysis by CSDS, and then we'll go around trying to understand how can the final numbers that come out on counting day potentially be different. So directionally, it seems that apart from Dainik Bhaskar, which starts at 281, everybody else says NDA will be 300 par for sure. The bare minimum seems to be about 353, which is C voter. C voter always considers themselves to be very conservative, especially when it comes to converting votes into seats. That's as far as NDA is concerned. The maximum extremity seems to be 401. 401 is Access, 401 is also CNX, and today's Chanakya. So those are the pollsters which are saying that 400 par is possible. For the India Alliance, the lowest end of the range is 131, which is Access which is CNX is 109, Access is 131, and it goes up to 182, which is by C voter. So that's as far as the poll of polls is concerned. So let me put the first question to Yashwant Deshmukh. You think they could go up to 182, and you think that the NDA could be as low as 353. Explain from what you've seen and understood so far the differences between your polling and what your friend Pradeep Gupta is.
It's always like that only. You know, my job is to tell the lower end of the spectrum. His job is to tell the upper end of the spectrum. That's what it has always been. Sometimes.
Why is that? It's just like you're a more classical batsman. He's a utha ke batsman.
That's fine. That's fine because I have congratulated him many times, saying that you got the guts, you went ahead with that. But the thing is that I always, in any case, I have maintained my job is to pick up the vote share right. Number one, that's my gold standard. If I get the vote share wrong, I'm a bad pollster. So I have to first nail down my vote share. Vote to seat conversion is a different thing, and same vote share. If you give to Pradeep, me and Sanjay Bhai and 10 others, 10 psephrologists in the same vote share will give you 10 different seat share projections. So let's not get into that. Let's only stick to who is leading, who is winning, Rahul.
So there are some differences in the vote share calculations as well. Yashwant Deshmukh predicts for C voter that the Congress's vote share will be 21.4.
Yeah, that's
which is broadly along what Pradeep is saying, but a little bit more, 0.4% more. You're saying that BJP will be at 38.9, which is about 1.1 lesser than what Access is predicting, because their vote share calculation for the BJP is 40, so that's 1.1 less. So do you want to explain that?
Yes,
Yashwant, because last time was 19.5, this time you're giving the
conclave
Congress
when we were speaking,
Rahul,
remember I said that BJP will cross 40%. Actually, technically speaking, if you look into the state-wise vote share, you will feel like BJP is crossing easily 40%. But what has happened is that in all the BJP stronghold, where BJP is polling 50, 55, 60%, the turnout has dropped. So when you calculate the overall number of votes polled in the national level, the state like Bihar, state like Madhya Pradesh, state like UP, their weightage in the national vote share, the state's weightage has dropped. So if the state weightage has dropped, so overall in vote share, the BJP's vote share is kind of touch and go to...
And you need to add a caveat. Correct me if I'm wrong. Congress is contesting less seats this time than they were in 2019. So when I look at their vote share, which you're saying is fractionally more this time, right? It's gone up as per your poll fractionally more.
Yeah.
You've got to presumably also look at the fact that actually the Congress is contesting fewer seats. Doesn't that make a difference to the overall vote share that you're looking at?
But Rajdeep, the other side or flip side of that story is, for example, the Congress vote share, which is presumably going to get in UP, is not its vote share. It is Samajwadi Party vote share. Congress' own vote share in UP is only about 2%. So out of the 38% polls, which is going to poll, if Congress, between the 38% pie, Congress says that I am getting 12%, No, it is not Congress
No,
vote.
the point I'm making is effectively the Congress vote share is more or less the same.
It is the same.
It's more or less the same.
gone
It's
up
only
2%.
It's going up 2% because they are piggy riding the
It's
vote
got
share
the benefit of
alliance
various
partners.
allies. Yes, Rahul Verma.
The reason the vote share is going up because they are contesting in lesser seats, and in those lesser seats they are getting the vote share of their allies. Right? So that's why it's going marginally up.
That's a very important clarification, that if you see the Congress vote share go up and the Congress starts dancing that our vote share is up, our pundits are pointing out that it's also because they have stronger alliances this time than they did the last time round. The better way to look is pick the states where only the Congress is fighting, then you get a sense of whether they're actually
And
going up
also
or not.
remember that with these vote shares, the BJP's vote share is effectively double. So you see the gap, when my principal adversary is getting double the vote share that I am,
Exactly.
it also tells the big picture. You see, the Congress needed to get a 7-8% swing in its favor, and the BJP to come conversely down by 7-8 to actually be in a contest. If these numbers hold, it proves, Rahul, which way directionally the polls are going.
Randeep, in the last 10 years, all the issues of MOTN that we did for India Today, everywhere, every 6 months, I have been sharing 2 pointers. Narendra Modi's rating is 3 times of Rahul Gandhi, and BJP's vote share is double of the Congress. That is it. And not even once in the last 10 years, that graph, barring the 4-month period of post-COVID too, there also, Narendra Modi, rather than twice Rahul Gandhi, was double Rahul Gandhi.
Okay.